your enemies and your secret enemies in astrology and using astrology. Because you're always going to have enemies or secret enemies that you had experiences with in this lifetime and previous lifetimes, aka the previous energies that you pretty much conducted yourself in. Now, to pretty much get into these aspects and these alignments and these criterias, these areas and locations where you have these enemies at, these can be the areas and locations where you could pretty much bump heads, or this can be some secret animosity that's pretty much going on, something that you pretty much don't know behind the closed doors. But of course, if it's something dealing with the secrets, you're gonna pretty much discover this, and of course, you're gonna pretty much pick up the aura field when it comes to that aspect, and of course, the area and location. Just like a prime example, when you pretty much are being talked about, but you're not in the room yet. But of course, when as soon as you walk inside of that room, every like all that energy and everybody's facial expressions, of course, facial reactions, pretty much start to stay still, stagnated after a while, things of that perspective. But when it comes to this aspect, and of course, this purposeful causes is you pretty much are gonna pretty much know exactly where your secret enemies are at, or this is gonna be the area and location where you're gonna develop enemies by default. It's by default. And of course, everybody got this in their alignment and things of that nature. But the moment you pretty much know your ascendant sign, your rising sign, you're going to pretty much be able to actually pinpoint these things. But 10 times out of 10, you'll be able to actually see clearly of the areas and location that you're going to pretty much go through these areas and these situations of dealing with these individuals that you pretty much have interactions with. And also, remember, these can also be the areas and location that you may basically go through transformations through and things of that nature. So be aware in that area and location. Now we're gonna pretty much break it down by the houses. We're gonna pretty much do your enemies, aka where you're gonna basically see them directly, and of course your enemies where they're gonna pretty much be talking behind your back, things that you don't pretty much know behind closed doors, things that's pretty much hidden. Now, if it's in your E house, aka your enemies, aka people, places, and things that you pretty much go cohorts with, this gonna pretty much you're gonna see this up front and personal. It's not gonna basically be able to. It's not gonna be nothing hidden. It may basically be hidden depending on the energies, but of course, this is going to be something that is somewhere you can pretty much pinpoint it. But of course, your secret house is going to be the areas and location where there's going to be a whole lot of revealing, a whole lot of secrets, a whole lot of animosity, a whole lot of jealousy, a whole lot of hate, and things that matter that you're going to pretty much be experiencing on a day-to-day basis. But we're going to basically get into these energies right now. We're going to basically break it down, and we're going to pretty much, and you're going to pretty much know exactly why and who you're getting this hate from when it comes to these areas and location. This could be you being good at something and someone basically can hate you, or this is going to be something that you got going on subconscious. Now, the planets that you're going to be basically dealing with is going to be basically Mars and Pluto. Now, if you have Mars and Pluto, and if the sign, if you got a house in these planets dealing with Mars and Pluto, this is going to be a house and location that you're going to basically influence this, and of course go through these experiences on the extreme level. When Mars get there, when the moon get there, when the sun get there, and of course if it's transit in that house, this is going to be the area and location that you're going to basically be developing these secret enemies. And when it comes to your 360, now we're going to start off with the Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendances. Now, out of four, your enemies can basically either be you or the people that you personally have connections with. Also, the secret enemies that you can basically be dealing with is going to be someone or something that you have a deep connectional tie with when it comes to your eighth house. Now, again, when it comes to your first house, you could be your worst enemy, or you can have personal enemies that you have personal relationships with. And the house and location that you're going to pretty much be going through a whole lot of secrets or manifest secret enemies is going to be eighth house. Now, if you are Taurus ascendant, your enemies is going to basically be coming from, well, your secret enemies is going to basically be coming from your seventh house. People, places, and things that you have relationships with, that you create balance with, or individuals that you pretty much love to compromise with. Those are the individuals that's going to pretty much have secret hate towards you. Now, the house and location that you're going to be basically dealing with enemies and that you're going to be able to see these things is going to be in your dreams, your imaginations, your fantasies, or your subconscious. Or you could pretty much be having mood swings that do not cater towards you. These are going to be the enemies that you're going to be basically dealing with, and of course fighting on a day-to-day basis, especially knowing that is debilitated there. Now, if you are a Gemini ascendant, you're going to manifest a whole lot of enemies when it comes to the public. Feel me? Now, when it comes to the public, this is dealing with the unknown. This is dealing with going outside. This is networking. This is going to be the area and location that you're going to pretty much be manifest a whole lot of enemies. You could either be it could be either be an Aries, or someone or something can pretty much be playing out the influences that's going to basically be attracting these energies or feeling the need for you to pretty much lash. So the things, and also your 11th house, aka your associations, your groups, your friends, the things that matter. Your friends can be your enemies too. So be aware of that too. And they may basically be using certain things to pretty much be that perspective. Or it could be you. You could be the worst enemy. You could be your worst enemy when it comes to your friends and your associations. Now your secret enemies is gonna be the area and location that you clock in at, areas that you work, your health, your routines, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. So people, places, and things that's in your daily life could be your worst enemy too. Now that's gonna be your secret enemies though. Now, if you were Cancer ascendant, by default, you're going to manifest a whole lot of enemies when it comes to your status, your career, your goals, your responsibilities, your duties, your obligations, reality, society, or a mother figure or a father figure can be your worst enemy. Your mother or your father, your father, your father. Now, also, you're going to go through some conflicts dealing with these individuals as well. Now, the house and location that you're going to have secret enemies or dealing with these energies can be your children. They can be your secret enemies. Also, that's also going to be the area and location that you fall hard at. So your secret enemies or secrets that you have can make and destroy you on a huge totality, aka self doubts and things of that nature. Also, your love, your romance, things that your fun, your entertainment, your enjoyment. People, places, things that you have fun and entertain and enjoyment can be your worst enemies too. So we keep that in plain sight. Now, if you're a Leo ascendant, by default, you will have the gift. Now, your enemies is going to be coming from your spiritualities, your meanings, your reasons, your purposes, and of course, your belief systems. And also religious people, places, and things can hate you as well. Or you traveling. By you traveling, things that matter, you can manifest a whole lot of hate. People just hate you because you travel and just go places and move around a lot. Or especially if you express that too. Also, because you're the expressive. Now, also, the areas and locations that you're going to have Now, the areas of location that you're going to develop a whole lot of secret enemies is going to basically be things that make you comfortable, people that make you comfortable, or try to make you comfortable, your home, your family. Your home and your family are going to be your secret enemies. That's where you're going to manifest a whole lot of secret hate, and secret animosity, secret demons. I think you could be the black sheep. That's where you're going to be manifesting that energy from your home and your family. Now, if you're a Virgo ascendant, you're going to manifest a whole lot of enemies when it comes to secrets that you keep with them or secrets that you keep of yours with them. You're also going to manifest a whole lot of enemies dealing with the dark, aka demons, desires, pleasures, sexual desires. You may basically manifest a whole lot of secret enemies in those areas and location. Also, actually, that's going to be the house and location where you're going to be basically manifesting a whole lot of enemies, which is your desires, your passions, your motivations, things that makes you motivated. And just by you being in those energies, being very passionate and aggressive, you're going to manifest a lot of enemies that hate that hurt. Now, your secret enemies is going to come from the things that's in your environment, your surroundings, your siblings, your neighbors, and people that you grew up with, Virgo ascendants. Those are going to be your secret enemies. The people that you grew up with, the way you think, communicate, and share ideas and relate towards others, and how this share and conversate with you, that's going to be the area and location where you develop a whole lot of secret enemies. Now, if you're a Libra ascendants, you already paid the 180 when it comes to relationships and relatabilities. Now, Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendances. The house or location that you're going to develop secret enemies is going to be someone or something that's dealing with money, resources, and of course, material. That's going to be a house and location. Or you valuing someone's secrets, or secrets being shared to you. Be aware of those things. The individuals that share their secrets to you may make it seem like that you can be their worst enemy because you may basically have that personality of compromising and communicating a lot and talking a lot. Or someone that you have marriage with, someone that you have intercourse with. That's going to be the area and location that you develop secret enemies. Now, the enemies that's going to come out in the opening is going to basically be dealing with your eighth house. That's going to be a area and location, eighth house in Aries. So that means you're going to manifest a whole lot of secret enemies behind the scenes when it comes to your desires, your pleasures, and of course your motives, and you being in the dark about things. Just by you being in the dark about something, or you being strongly and deeply about something, you get to manifest a lot of enemies about that. Now, if you are Scorpio ascendant, you can develop secret enemies just based off your appearance, your personality, or just the people places and things that you have in your life. May basically have some personal secrets about you, or it could be your personal enemies. Now, the house and location that you're gonna manifest a whole lot of enemies in the public could basically be dealing with your work, your health, your routines, things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, or people, places, and things that you have scheduled a routine with, or had made service with, or helped. People that you help can be your worst enemies too. Now, if you're a Sagittarius ascendant, you're going to be manifesting a whole lot of enemies in your dreams, in your imaginations, and your fantasies and illusions that you're going to pretty much paint the picture in. Now, the house and location that you're going to manifest a whole lot of secret enemies is going to be someone that you have a relationship with. It could be your hobbies. It could be someone or something that you entertain, someone or something that you express yourself to, someone or something that you want praise from, or praise you, and things of that matter. Be aware of that, because that praise can be something way different than you expected. Now, if you're a Capricorn ascendant, you're going to develop a whole lot of secret enemies when it comes to your friends, your groups, people, places, and things that you have connections with, and of course, individuals that you pretty much have associations with. Those are going to be your secret enemies. So be aware of that. Just be aware of that. And if you got now your enemies in the public that you're going to basically see with the naked eye, it's going to basically be someone or something that's in your home, someone or something that you have connections with, someone or something that you call your home and your family, or your privacy. That's what you're gonna. Every time you want to be private and hidden, you can manifest a whole lot of secret enemies and things that matter. So basically, be aware of that house. Now, Aquarius ascendant. Now, these houses is gonna basically be the extreme, because um advantage can pretty much be your 10th house. Now, your 10th house, your status, your career, your goals, your responsibilities, your duties, your obligations. Now, you can manifest a whole lot of secret enemies when it comes to your mother and your father. Why? Because this is pretty much dealing with authority figures. You also manifest a whole lot of enemies when it comes to police, when it comes to you pretty much being tampered with, or sorrow, because you pretty much are Aquarius ascendant, so you manifest that rebellious personnel, or that rebellious status of what you contain. So by default, this is going to pretty much be a circumstance situation of a square conflict when it comes to your 10th house, your status, your career, your goals, responsibilities, your duties, your obligations, and of course, that's your social status. And people, places, things that you have socially have a social status with, or their business with, or their careers and goals with. These are going to be the areas and location where you're going to develop secret enemies. Now, in your third house, the area and location that you're going to basically be in competition with, that's going to be the house that you're going to be in competition with. That's going to be your enemies. See, in this house and location, you could be your worst enemy towards your siblings, your neighbors, or your brothers and your sisters, or your cousins. Or you could be, or they basically be pushing off these energies towards you when it comes to your way of communicating and expressing yourself. You may basically express certain ideas that may basically shake the room, or others may basically shake you. But of course, your third house, the way you think, communicate, and analyze the things in that perspective, and the way you express your ideas, and the way you push yourself off, you can either be in secret competition when it comes to your third house, your siblings, your neighbors, and things in that perspective. Now, last but not least, if you are a Pisces ascendant, this house and location right here. Now, if you're a Pisces ascendant, you're going to manifest a whole lot of secret enemies when it comes to your beliefs, your moralities, which you put your hope and your faith into. And this is also be basically dealing with religion, spiritualities, and also groups and locations that you basically feel need to pretty much express yourself, or have you basically someone from a long distance, from someone from another town or another state or another country can basically hate you and things that matter, or have some form of secret animosity towards you. Now, the area and location that you're going to have secret competition with, the area and location that you're going to have secret competition, and the area and location that you're going to basically manifest enemies by default is going to be your second house. An area and location that you gain comfortability, safety, security, and of course your resources, your gifts, and your talents, and the way you come across and the way you appear to others. That's going to basically be the area and location that you're going to basically start all out of feathers, or you're going to basically play out the representation or others will play out that representation of pretty much starling your feathers. That's how it's going to play out.